and welcome to Bellevue Bound, the podcast where we get to learn about the incredible people and places that make Bellevue, Washington so special. I'm your host, Megan Adams, and one of the reasons I think people love coming to Bellevue is how they are treated when they are here. We like to say Bellevue welcomes the world, and we really do. We welcome all types of people from across the globe, whether they are traveling in small groups or conventions. We welcome them all. And speaking of conventions, today we have convention experts with us today. Visit Bellevue's very own Senior Destination Sales Manager, Stephanie Steele, and our Director of Destination Sales, Jane Cantor, to talk to us a little bit about how Visit Bellevue and our partners work together to welcome and cater to the needs of meeting planners and conventions through our convention services program. Stephanie and Jane, welcome to Bellevue Bound.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so happy that you are here. Welcome on set. Pretty fun, right?
Woo! Super fun.
It is. You look great, by the way.
Thank
you. And I'm so excited to talk to you about your convention services program. Jane, I know most DMOs offer convention services. What makes Bellevue's approach to convention services so unique?
Absolutely. Visit Bellevue has a very innovative approach to convention services. So we have a department, visitor experience, that's dedicated to making sure the experience that meeting planners have and the attendees is outstanding.
Oh, awesome.
So when we, in the sales department, my colleague here, Stephanie, contracts her business, then we set up a plan so that we can bridge from that sales process into the experience that those attendees will have. By doing that, we engage our visitor experience staff, and they are tremendous in what they do and can tailor experiences specifically to what that particular meeting planner wants to have and see in Bellevue.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I mean, our convention services with our visitor experience team, they are such a great team to work with. What were you going to say, Stephanie?
Oh, I was going to say, because you know how I like to jump
Please,
right
please.
on in. In my mind, it's just super simple. A lot of destinations across the country do not have a visitor experience team. And I think it sets us apart from other destinations because really their sole purpose is to make sure every visitor coming into the city has an incredible experience. And to have a team focused on that it's only going to benefit our conventions coming in and how we service them for sure.
Yeah, you can see that service not only across our entire team, but also with our collaboration with partners.
100%.
Which is wonderful. You know, when I think of convention services, I'm often thinking about services that happen during a convention, but I know our convention services have opportunities before a meeting, during, and after. Can you talk to us, Stephanie, a little bit about those convention services, maybe regional opportunities, meetings and meeting attendees can experience when they're at a convention before, during, and after?
Well, I think what we do very well is we work with our meeting planners that are bringing these conventions in. And we work with them sometimes 3-4 years in advance. And so it really gives us time to help them get information out to their attendees coming in, to let them know what they can do while they're in town and when they're attending their convention, or come in early, stay late, right? And so what I think is so unique about the Pacific Northwest is that there's so much to do here. Yeah. There's so much to do before you come to the conference or stay late and see everything that this region has to offer. And I just think in general, this area, you have saltwater, we're on a lake with fresh water, and then you've got the mountains, you have national parks. I mean, that's just to say a few things that we offer. But then when you think about paragliding and, you know, we're the Washington State #2 producer of wine in the country. And what that means is we have Woodinville wine country, which is fabulous. Everyone who comes into town should go to and taste some of our Washington wines because they are fabulous for those of you who like wine.
Yes.
But if you don't, there's other things as well.
That's right.
So there are just so many things here to do.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite experiences? You talked about wine tasting. I know that they even have tours on the waterfront that you can take. Best Kayaks is a company that I know that gives tours through the slough, and then Bellevue Adventures, you get to go out and explore zip lining. I mean, there's so many different types of activities.
One of my very favorite experiences, I had a client who came in and wanted to do something fun and different, and that really represented the Pacific Northwest. So we put together a tour to Everett to see Boeing and what they're doing and how they're making planes. And what happened is we thought, oh, well, let's get a bus for 50 people. Yeah. And it turned out we needed 3 buses.
Wow.
People were so excited to go up, see how Boeing does this, how they make their planes, and it's a couple hours. I mean, I think the whole tour was maybe 4 hours, and it was such a huge success, and people loved it, and it's very representative of our area. The other one that I really like, and I had some clients come in and do this, and then also we put it out to their group coming in, is taking the seaplanes.
Yes.
It's such a unique experience getting on one. They happen to go up to the San Juans to see the whales and do that whole experience. And that also that was a day, they came in early, they did a 1 day up, back, saw the whales. It was fabulous. And that's also something, where else can you do that except for the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Is we have a lot of pride in Bellevue and the Pacific Northwest because of our proximity to the mountains, the sound, the lake, nature, and then we're a tech hub, right? So, Stephanie, you talked about Boeing. Boeing started in the Pacific Northwest. So did Amazon.
Right.
We've got Microsoft, T-Mobile. We have a lot of leaders, lead businesses that started in the Pacific Northwest. And so not only can they get to meet with those businesses, but they get to have all of these experiences throughout the region, which I love.
Well, and I think it also speaks to a meeting planner who's trying to incorporate some of these companies and speakers. And for our convention services and visitor experience team, they can help connect you to different businesses that are going to bring that sort of extra kick to your convention. And it's awesome. You don't get that in a lot of cities for sure. So I think we're doing a really good job at that.
Yeah, we're lucky, aren't we? We're so lucky.
We have everything here.
Yeah, we do. Well, and speaking about everything, my understanding is folks can take a day trip to Seattle. Is that right, Jane?
Absolutely. So we like to say that Bellevue is 9 miles east of Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously we're the center of the universe and should be forevermore. But because it's kind of like if you think about Dallas-Fort Worth or Minneapolis-St. Paul or Scottsdale and Phoenix, it's that same thing. You can go to one destination and actually get to and explore that region. So because it is so close, absolutely, as Stephanie said earlier, you can be in the city and then go off and see Pike Place and the Space Needle and Mopop and all of the things that are Seattle, but then come back and really enjoy all the great things that we have here in Bellevue.
Yeah, because of that proximity.
Absolutely.
And we have great partnerships with our regional destinations too, which we can make a really cohesive experience when conventions come here. We can put together the entire experience and itinerary with meeting planners, which we love to do. Speaking of meeting planners, they are really putting together jam-packed schedules many times for their convention attendees, which is wonderful. I know meeting planners are putting together fantastic conventions with really busy itineraries that don't necessarily allow for a regional trip outside of Bellevue. What are some of their options in downtown Bellevue if they have a little less time to spare?
You may hear me say that Visit Bellevue and Bellevue in general is extremely innovative, but let me just give you some examples that answer your question directly.
Yeah.
So when a meeting planner is here, obviously there is content that group wants to share with the attendees. But we all know that networking and the relationships that are strengthened happen outside of what's in that meeting room. Yeah. So opportunities to, say, hop on a bike. We have a bike hop program. It is an electric bike, so you can hop on, you can tootle around, get some cardio in, see some cool things. But maybe you're like, I don't like bikes. I don't like what it does to my hair. I'm not doing that.
Totally.
So instead, you can dial up one of our Bellhops. We have a fleet of electric vehicles that will take you to all the attractions that you want to see in Bellevue. It's free. You just download the app, and then they pick you up and drop you off, and then pick you up and take you back. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I love Bellhop. I use it all the time. It's so quick, it's so easy, and it's free. That's a perk for sure. What about the airport transportation, Jane?
Yeah, sometimes getting to and from the airport can be a bit of a nightmare and a very expensive nightmare. So we have created a Bellevue Airport Shuttle. So you can pick it up at the airport, and for $30 plus tax and tip, should you choose to tip your driver, then you can just come directly to Bellevue. It's a snap. You just hop on, hop off, and here you are.
Yeah, I love this. I love this because it's really about ease and comfort. We're trying to create a curated experience not only for individual visitors, but conventions as a whole, so they can come to Bellevue with ease and comfort, get to their place that they, the hotel that they're staying at, and really have a seamless transportation experience, which I think is important because that can be stressful and expensive.
Absolutely.
So those are some of the local transportation options. What else do we have?
And I wanted to make just one quick comment about the airport shuttle. For meeting planners and how it kind of relates to convention services, we make sure that our meeting planners have that information ahead of time. They can get it out to their attendees coming in to Bellevue. There's no stress at the airport. You can go online before you even get here, arrange your ride, and it takes away that kind of stress of coming to the airport. What am I gonna do? And I think that's one of the benefits of having a convention services team at a destination our size. They're able to reach out, make sure our meeting planners have that information, and get it in front of attendees coming into town for sure.
I think that convention service, the Bellevue Airport Shuttle, Bellhop, Bike Hop. I love the Bike Hop, by the way. It's so much fun. So let's talk about some of the other experiences and convention services that we offer in the downtown area, Stephanie. What are some of your favorites?
I mean, there's so much to do in downtown Bellevue, right? There's shopping, restaurants, lots of different things that you can do, activities. I think what's very unique about Bellevue is, you can go see iconic Seattle before and after, but when you're in the city, I would say my most favorite, and anybody who knows me knows that this is my favorite, is our Mobile Welcome Center.
Oh, yes.
And I have to tell you, we travel a lot. I go to a lot of cities, and we go to a lot of conferences, and I've not seen anything as unique and forward-thinking as our Mobile Welcome Center. And most cities will have brick and mortar, a place where visitors have to go to that space. I've seen at a lot of conferences they'll bring in, a semi-trailer that's their mobile visitor center. And I think what our team has done and has created this just amazing complimentary resource that comes to you. And so and it's electric. It's, we're thinking about our carbon footprint. We staff it at peak times during a convention. It's got a selfie station. It's got places that you can have your sponsors get their information.
Right.
It's actually, what it's become is kind of a place that, like a visitor table or information, because you can ask about restaurants, you can find out how to work the bellhop, you can, all of these things, these services that we offer. But it's also an extension of that conference going on, because what's the number one question that attendees ask? Like, where is this? Like your meeting room, and where are the restrooms, and where can I get something to eat? And so this is our sort of solution to that challenge that's out there. Like, how do we get people to get out in the restaurants? How do you find? And I know we've gone to how many cities, and we're like, where do we go eat?
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of times there's a brochure, but you have to find. It's so nice to talk to a person.
Yeah.
And it's so cool, and I love it. And again, complimentary resources we offer to any size group coming in, and it's unique and cool.
Yeah.
And to give you just some kind of idea, I mean, it's small enough that you can actually drive it
Yes,
into
correct.
a hotel, which is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Because it's not weather dependent.
Right.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
I
amazing.
know we're going to put a link to our mobile welcome
You guys
center.
gotta check it out. It's so
So
cool.
please check it out. It is the most adorable vehicle ever. And I think there's a through line that I'm seeing in everything we're talking about. We are meeting planners where they are. Y'all, I have to tell you, we have so much fun at Visit Bellevue. Our office is literally filled with laughter all the time.
Best
We're telling
time ever.
stories. It
Best
is so
time
much
ever.
fun. And Stephanie is fantastic at telling stories. So, Stephanie, can you tell us the story of just a really memorable convention service moment that you've had?
There are so many, but one, and I just think is so incredible, was our Holstein association that came into town. And
I'm so sorry.
That's cows.
Okay, that was
and
my question.
I've learned a lot about cows. Through that whole process, I know more about dairy farmers than I ever, and it's actually fascinating.
Amazing.
But yes, so, and let me also just say that one of the things that we do really well at Visit Bellevue is a lot of national associations are looking for cities to come in, but the national group, like Holstein associations, will actually pick the city, but it's the local team, and in this case, Dairy Farmers of Washington, that actually, they have to plan and they put the conference on. And so what we do is, I think a couple years before that conference ever even took place, we meet with them, we sit in on their committee meetings, we try to figure out like what's your vision and how can we help assist and make that happen for you. And I say the Holstein Association because we had to figure out, and Bellevue's a very urban city, big skyscrapers, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a tech hub.
Yes, it's a tech hub. So we had to figure out where do we keep the cows?
Right.
And how do we get the cows from where we're keeping them into the ballroom at our largest hotel? And how do we work with the city to close that street down, to walk them down? It also had to be an area where attendees could go and view the cows before the auction.
Wow.
And so it was quite, I loved it because it's like, oh, this is a challenge. We can do it. And we did. And the city rallied, the hotels rallied, our partners. It was really, it was amazing. And one of the things that we were very concerned about is how do we get these cows, dairy cows, through the pre-function area and into the ballroom, and also keep in mind that there's only one up on the stage at a time, so you've got cows hanging out that you've got to get up there. So it was hilarious, but also just awesome. And I can't think of a better way to say how we adapt to whatever somebody needs.
Talk about going above and beyond, Stephanie. That's fantastic. And that's
so much fun.
That's what I see with your team all the time. Really, really working to hear the needs of convention planners and finding places to put their cows. That's really amazing that you did that. I'm so impressed. Thank you for your commitment to convention services and all that you do for the meetings that come into Bellevue. We are so lucky. And thank you for joining us on Bellevue Bound. If you want to connect with Jane and Stephanie and learn more about their convention services, click the link below and you can connect to all that they have to offer and message them directly. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on Bellevue Bound.
This video was recorded and produced by Just Talk Studios, the premier video podcasting studio in Bellevue, Washington. Visit justtalkstudios.com to learn more and book your session today.